Yeah, I don't know if you can see it.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
You see something?
I think something's wrong.
No, let's fix it. Okay, guys and gals, I got new handlebars, got some new grips, and basically what we're going to do is replace the handlebars. Now, if you have done this before, it's not a big deal.
Peace out.
But there's a couple little pointers that I'm going to basically just show you the way I do it, but definitely just some things that I want you to see. So before we dive into it, you need to remember what size clamp that dimension is. Sometimes different bikes, handlebars have skinnier dimensions on that clamp. So if you don't get the right size,
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
this one, like I have right now, if I got a skinnier handlebar, it would not have worked. So remember, you need to know that right off the bat. Other thing you have to do, grips. Just replace them. These are just the stock grips that came with the bike itself. Chuck them. There's no need to try to save these. We'll show, chuck that. And then in general, just if you like the setup and how you have it here as the kill switch is right here, clutch and so forth, this is kind of the time if you want to change things up, go for it just for the fun of it to kind of see it. I myself actually might do that change up because remember how this went over this right here? I want to make it match this guy. So yeah, he's under, this is over. So I'm thinking I might take the kill switch and just put it on the inside so it's not so close to there, but it'd be over here. So I'm thinking about doing that. So I don't know, I'm still debating about it. But anyways, let's go ahead and get these handlebars replaced and we'll just do a little fun little tutorial. Oh yeah, and before, remember to hit that like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And yes, I have more stuff coming out on the SSR. I have a little bit of an update regarding some other things. I'm also going to be replacing my chain here. I got a new one. But just remember, hit that like, sub, all that fun stuff, and let's dive into it. Before I loosen up the clamps, I like to take all these pieces off first. It's just one of those things that I like to personally do first. So let's see if you are metric or standard. I cannot remember. So far, you are metric. All right, so you got to get all these guys loose, and all it basically is just going to be is first the little hand guards, and I think these are 8mm. All right, back to filming. All right, so take this bad boy off, and if you have not watched actually one of my old videos when my bike was not running, go ahead and I'll put down a little link in description. But let's just say that this was actually one of the culprits, believe it or not, for my bike actually not running.
Not at all. It comes from China.
Because of the wire that is actually in here. You can actually see it's cut right there. That cut actually, when I over tightened this bolt here, it actually caused the bike not to start based on the safety for the clutch. Believe it or not. I personally like to then put the pieces back right here really quick, just so you don't lose. I know it takes 2 seconds to literally just dismantle it, but I just prefer doing it like that. Some people do, some people don't. That's just me. Okay, now with this guy, being that this is a brake lever, I always just say be a little bit more cautious with it not dropping. The left, obviously this one being the clutch, it's just a wire, you know what it is, but Personally, for brake lines, being that there's fluids and stuff like that, I just say just be careful with taking them down. Don't just try to just let them drop and everything is all good. I'd rather have the bolt drop than actually the line itself. So what I like to do is, again, I'd rather have that guy drop. Brake lines, no. Okay, so with this guy, what I like to do is, if I can put him in a spot, there you go. See how he's just like braced? He's not just dangling, so there's no pressure. Another Allen key, and then these screwdrivers right here is to take off these two switches. And there we go. All right, so now this guy will just literally slide right off most of the time, whammo. And then again, what I like to do is keep these bolts back into place. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but again, the reason why I do it is just because I don't want to lose the bolts, and sometimes I like keeping them in place, you know. So you just stay right there. I don't think, will he be, oh wow, okay, there is enough slack. So obviously there's that. We'll take you, we'll dangle you. Ooh, I forgot about that clip. That's right, that clips right off, duh. Let's see if I can just back you off and just unclip it. So one thing I like to do for, obviously, snips and then fun-loving little husky razor blade, there's no need to cut this off since you're not doing it. This is going to be used for this. So just letting you know, this will be used for this, not that. Just leave that there, no big deal. But snip wise, to loosen up, don't go next to the wire. There. Now snap that guy, and he becomes loose, and I'll just leave you dangling like so. And there you go. So all we have to now do is just really take the Allen screws off of the triple clamp, or the clamps here. This is technically the triple clamp, that's just the clamp. Oh wow, there's like no pressure. Now again, me personally, one thing I like to do, I like to loosen them all. Like that one right there was way too loose. Wow. Jeez. And then what I like to do is, once I get them all done, then it doesn't matter. So I just like to personally, I like to take off one, I'll take off the other. Okay, and then it doesn't matter. But again, me personally, I like to kind of keep where everything is. So knowing that that screw is there, I don't know why. Maybe it's just a thing, but I prefer to keep where the screws were. I know it sounds really dumb, but it's just me. And I'm weird that way, I guess, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Okay, dirt, so you can kind of visually see how bent it is, because really I don't think you can see it until there. Can you see it now? Let's see. Can you really see it now? Now obviously it's also a different rise, but can you see the difference? Yeah, one got a little bent. I think actually they all got a little bent. See that? You kind of go, what? But it's actually okay. It's no big deal. All right, so let's just put you there. And let's get Mr. Clamps back on. Again, show what's what with how cool thing about this technology. It's not like it back in the 80s and 90s when I used to do this as a kid. It was a little bit more difficult because there was not lines marked on the bars, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Before, you just had to literally just eyeball it or lightly measure it depending on what you wanted to do there. But see, that's what I'm talking about. See this little thing? CR high? This is where you get to measure, so see, you can kind of see the distance of what's what. Now again, I don't know if you can really see it or not, but see those little inside? That kind of tells you where standard, +1, +2 rake and all that stuff. Me personally, don't mind right smack in the middle. But again, we're gonna have to adjust the bar again no matter what. So I'm just letting you know. I'm just gonna put it on so at least it's on. Now here's the trick. I personally like to do it to their snug. Okay, just like see how my fingers are doing it? And you'll see what I mean by that in a second. Okay, so you don't want to go all the way down. You just want them kind of all the way there, okay? Now, the trick to bars is this gap. You want that gap as much as even as possible. So see how that side has a little bit more of a gap? See how now I'm closing it in? And then that one's there a little bit closer. See how this one is completely uneven than that guy? See how skinny he is? So you back him off just a little bit, take him down further, because you want that as evenly down as possible. And again, I'll tighten this down more when I'm all ready set to go, but that's just putting on the brand new bar. So there you go. That's it. So let's go ahead now and at least show that. I mean, that looks kind of good. I like that. That's cool. All right, so now this is where kind of the decision making comes in of how you kind of want to set things up. And again, remember how I was saying I might want to put this button in a little bit more further this way so I can have that handguard at a better location. I'm really liking that idea, so at least it looks dead even. So I might just go ahead and do that, and I think it'll look better personally. Okay, after a quick change here, after a quick time lapse there, I want to say that this went like this. I'm going to put you in more. And again, guys and gals, the whole purpose is basically the setup. So what we're going to do is we'll just put this roughly in like so. No biggie, no biggie as of right now towards like tightening up, you know, making it absolutely perfect. There's no need for that right now. And yes, I'll put the grip on in a second too. Don't worry about that. Bam. There you go. Very loose, basic. See, now I can raise that, and that's going to now match the other side. For the ones that don't know dirt biking whatsoever, this is just, again, important to know. I'm going to show the camera here, but also there, if you see it. If you look at the holes, one is skinnier, one is bigger. The skinnier one goes on the actual handlebar. The bigger one goes on the throttle, and you'll see why in a second. And then you don't just put it on and then that's it, you're all set to go. No, you do not do that. You actually need to put some type of, or at least what I prefer, I put some type of glue or some type of lacquer or something on it. Okay, instead of trying to, you could, I guess, if you wanted to, you could try pulling it off. Let's see how good they, yeah, no, it's on there. So there's a couple ways. You can actually grab some air compressor, shoot air into there, and that will blow it off. Or they glued it. Now, me personally, I'm a big fan of the glue. And I don't cut hard, just cut basic. And then when you pop it, it comes right off fairly quick and easy. Yeah, you can see kind of some of the residual glue. Yeah, right there. See the little glue? So they did use some pretty good glue here. All right, so let's get you in here first, because you're the first. Oh, wait, do I have to take? Yeah, I don't take you off. That's right. Okay, so there's that. Let's put you on first. Old grip, say goodbye. Okay. That would be this guy. Yes, and again, even on the gaps. Don't tighten it all up all the way. There's really, well, actually, no, this guy, I guess you can kind of technically do him all the way up. Yeah, and put him up. No, I kind of can tighten him all the way up. So I do it evenly. So see how you go one, tight, and then go tight again. And then do this one, check it again. That did a little bit more, but you don't want to overdo it. It is a Chinese bike, and I don't trust that. So there you go. Cool, perfect. Yoink. Oh! I was trying to go one time without dropping something, and I swear to goodness I still had to do it no matter what. Because again, your throttle, your front brake, your clutch, everything should actually be, at least in my opinion, should not be down. It should actually be up a little bit, because a lot of times you're leaning back. So if your handle is down further this way, you're gonna have a hard time grabbing it. So I like to have them up a little bit more just for that. Never mind, I'll just use this one right here. This is one of my other ones. I normally carry a bunch of other smaller ones, but I didn't have it. So I'm gonna purposely kind of put it down in a way, because I'm not a big fan on, you know, put it right by the ProTaper right there. Inside out. There we go. So, time for the grips now. When I like to put on it, there's different grip glue. You can go get it, okay? I'm not saying not to use it. Go get it if that's what you like. Okay, so after doing this edit, I realized, scratch that. Don't do what I'm telling you to do. Go ahead and get Gorilla Glue or some other type of grip glue, even using the wires or something of the nature. But what I'm going to do, don't do. Unless you really do want to, but it will not work for the left handle on the bar itself. The lacquer just doesn't dry quite as well as like Gorilla Spray glue. Personally, I like to use lacquers, you know, can finish lacquers or something of that nature, just because it's a little bit more durable. It's not. Gorilla Glue is better.
Brother, what's that?
There's the wire that you can go get and put that around, lock that on, so then that doesn't really move. I recommend that too. I forgot to actually grab it. But I don't necessarily even like to clean off the old ones, because, you know, you can if you like. Just do this. Yeah, these are definitely softer grips, I'll tell you that right off the bat. And then of course I like to get everything as even as possible. So you look at that, it looks nice and straight. I like to get this part right here for the grip, that for obviously that. And there you go, grips are on. Let that dry. And then the last but not least is now officially tighten up everything. So once I tighten everything up, I'm going to do that by myself. I'll come back to filming. Done. Wow, well, not too much. Just so, only difference now that I have is the switches are now a little further back. Before they are right here, but now they're actually a little bit further out, which I'm, again, completely fine with that, because, you know, yeah. Anyways, there you go. All set to go. And now you're even. There we go. And there you go, guys and gals. There's how to replace a handlebar on an SSR, but it pretty much goes with every single type of bike. And again, these bars were actually not too bad, but you can kind of see. I wonder if they were bent or not. I just wonder. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed. Take care, ride safe, ride smart. Please remember, hit a big like on this video if you did like this and you want to see other content like it. This is just fun little cool content I just wanted to do. And there you go. Hope you guys enjoy. Take care. See you later.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Let's see. Come on. You got it.
Brother,
I'm just so glad you did not curse.
what's
I'm so
that?
happy.
What's that, brother?
Let it go. Just go.